Hey kids, ready? I'm ready. Ready to learn with you today and have some fun along the way because you're awesome and amazing. There isn't anyone in the whole wide world who can do what you can do. So, are you ready? Ready to learn with me today and have some fun along the way? Ready, set, go! All right. Today, we're going to be talking about a letter. And you know what? It's kind of a mystery. It's a question. We don't know what it is. Look carefully. What do you think it might be? Let's see. It has a question mark, a queen, quiet. This duck says quack, a quilt, and he's so quick. So it has a, let's say those again and listen to the sound. Question, queen, quiet, quack, quilt, quick. Qua, qua, qua. Oh, that's the sound it makes. Qua, qua, qua. Let's see if we can see the letter on our alphabet. Are you ready to guess it? Here we go. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z. Now I know my ABCs. Next time, won't you sing with me? All right, it's next time. Let's do it backwards. Ready? Z, Y, X, W, V, U, T, S, R, Q, P, O, N, M, L, K, J, I, H, G, F, E, D, C, B, A. Now I know my Z, Y, X's. It is time for your guesses. What do you think it is? Which one looks a little bit like this? It's right by the bottom. You're right. Look, do they look a little the same? Let's turn it around and see if you're right. Look at that. What letter is it? Let's go backwards and check. Z, Y, X, W, V, U, T, S, R, Q. It's letter Q. All right, let's see what the lowercase looks like. There's capital, and lowercase q looks like that. Now, that's kind of an interesting letter, isn't it? It's a little bit interesting. You know what we're going to check on? We're going to look right here. That letter Q has a little kind of like a tail, or it doesn't. You know what? There are lots of ways to write a letter Q. So I'm going to show you about that. We're going to draw some circles. And on, you know what? We'll use the writing road. Let's draw our circles right here on the writing road. Can you see those? Now, when you're drawing a Q, a capital Q has that line right there, but a lowercase q, if you go on this side, it's going to be a P. So we're going to do it on this side. And if you just leave it straight, that's a letter Q. Now this is going to be the tricky part. You can go down and curl it around. That's a letter Q. Or you can go down and come up like that. Those are all lowercase q's. Now what if I took it and I went like that? That's a G, you're right. It doesn't have the curl go this way, but it goes under the O. It's a G. Has to go this way to be a Q. Or if we go on the other side, that's a lowercase p. That is so confusing. All right, you know what we're going to do? We're going to try practicing writing a Q. So what do we have to do first? Do we need to write some zeros? Okay, I'm going to erase my Q's. All right. Let's draw a few more. Let's do a capital Q this time, and let's draw a great big one from the top of the writing road to the bottom of the writing road, and then we're going to draw a tail on it, just like that. Can you do that? At the top of the writing road, all the way around with a tail. And then let's draw some lower cases. We need just small circles, and you get to choose which kind of a Q you're going to write. All of them have a line down on that side. One can just be like that, or you can flip it up, or you can do the curl. How are you going to write your letter Q? What do you think you should do? Think about it for a minute. Which kind do you want to write? And then draw a circle, because you know what? That's the nice thing about letter Q, is it's lots of circles. And I think you're really good at writing circles, aren't you? Okay, you know what? Let's also write something for letter Q. We need to draw a picture for letter Q. What do you think would be a good thing? Let's look right here on this. Oh, I got to put my letter lowercase q on there. My Q. You know what? Let's draw a question, because you know what? Questions are kind of fun. They're kind of like a mystery, and sometimes we ask a question and we need to answer the question. So let's draw a question. A question is like you start a circle and then you come down and you put a little dot under the bottom. That is a question, and some people call a question a mystery, because I don't know what that is. And a question helps you figure it out. So half of a circle and come down and draw a dot. Can you draw a question? Awesome. It's kind of tricky. Maybe you could draw this part of a circle and then you could draw the line and then the dot. That might be easier too. It's okay if it's not perfect. We know it's a question. Today, you know what the question is? Who are the people in my neighborhood? Are there people in our neighborhood besides us? Do we have neighbors? What's a neighbor? Is a neighbor somebody that lives by us? Yeah. Who are the people in your neighborhood? In your neighborhood? In your neighborhood? There are lots of people in our neighborhood. They're the people that we see as we're walking down the street. They're the people that we meet each day. Who are some people that we see when we're going, not always just on our street, sometimes when we're driving in the car or when we're driving down the road, we see some people that are helpers and people that are really going to take care of us. We can see doctors. What is this guy? Oh, excuse me. What is this girl? A firefighter. Yeah. Who's this? A police officer. Very nice. Okay. Oh, and who's this? A teacher. Miss Connie's a teacher. Can you see me every day? Yeah, you could. Oops, I just dropped one. Okay. And who's that? That's a scientist. And who is this? A doctor. So, do they always look like that? Did you know that helpers are regular people too? We've got some regular people right here like you might see in your neighborhood. And do you know what we're going to do? We're going to see what they do. So we're going to start right over here. Can you see this girl? I'm going to change her. When she goes to work, she's going to put on some different clothes. What is she going to turn into? A doctor. She could be somebody's mom. She could be somebody's aunt. She could be somebody's neighbor. And when you're sick, she's a doctor to help you. Okay, what about this girl? Let's see what this girl could be. What do you think she is when she goes to work? A firefighter. She could be somebody's mom or your neighbor. Do you know a neighbor that's a doctor or a firefighter? Okay, who is this person? That is a question. Who is this person? It could be a dad. It could be the neighbor down the street. Let's see what this person is when they go to work, shall we? Who is it? It's a policeman. You're right. So we have a doctor, a firefighter, and a policeman. All right. Who could this person be? That could be a teacher. So do you know what? When I'm not being a teacher, did you know that I am a neighbor? And I talk to the people that live by me. And when I see little children, I wave to them and say hello. That could be, and you know what else? I'm also a mom and a grandma. You need to ask your mom and your grandma and your dad and your grandpa what they did when they go to work. Maybe you already know. All right, we've got one more guy right here. Let's see what he is when he goes to work. He is a scientist. Do you know what scientists do? Scientists help make things. He's writing notes on here. Can you see that? He is helping us learn about our world. So sometimes scientists make things that take our cars into space. Sometimes scientists help us figure out how to make healthier food. Sometimes they help us decide how to make things work. They do lots of things. Now, are there lots more jobs? There are people who make video games, and we have helpers that cook food. They do all kinds of things. So they don't always are like this. Sometimes they're just regular people, but the regular people in our neighborhood can be helpers for us, can't they? You know what? I'm going to read you a story about a regular person that turned into a helper. And it's a Pete the Cat book. Pete the Cat and the Surprise Teacher. Shall we see what happened? Do we know who the teacher is? Let's see what this mystery or this question is. Pete the Cat and the Surprise Teacher by Kimberly and James Dean. Let's see. There's Pete the Cat. And there's his surprise teacher. Pete was ready for school. Where is Mom? Pete asked. She has a surprise for you, said Pete's dad. Wonder what the surprise could be. Pete goes to school. His mom is there. What a surprise! Hi, class. I am Mrs. Cat, says Pete's mom. I am the substitute teacher. I need your help today, said Pete's mom. What do we do first? Art, says Pete. Yeah, says the class. The class lines up. Pete's mom leads the line. Is this art? Asked Pete's mom. Oh, this is not art. This is gym. Stay and play, says the gym teacher. Oh, there's another teacher that does gym. The class plays. Gym is more fun with more kids, says Pete. Gym is over. Pete's mom takes them to art class. Oh, that says music. Is that where you have art? Oh, no. La, la, la. This is not art. This is music. Stay and sing, says the music teacher. The class sings. We are louder with more kids, says Pete. Rumble, Pete is hungry. It is time for lunch. This is not the lunchroom. This is the playground. Let's have a picnic, says Pete. Now it's time for art, says Pete's mom. Everyone cheers. Pete leads the class. Is this art, says Pete's mom. It says art right there. It is. Lots of kids are making art. Oh no, says the teacher. It's too late to join us. The day is almost over. Oh no. What do you think they're going to do? The class goes to their classroom. I know, says Pete. Let's make art here, he says. Okay, says Pete's mom. Did Pete have a good idea? Pete calls a huddle. Whisper, whisper. The class plans a surprise. Pete draws. Callie makes paper cats. Everyone helps. Surprise, says Pete. The class made art for Pete's mom. Thank you, Mrs. Cat. Oh, and look, there's cats for all their class. Thank you, says Mrs. Cat. We had a great day with you. Sometimes a different day is an awesome day. Do you ever have days sometimes that are kind of a surprise and they're kind of cool? Pete did too. And you know what? He had a surprise. It was a mystery when he left. It was a question. Where was his mom? Was it a good surprise? Pete really liked it. And was his mom a good helper? Yeah. So there are all kinds of things we can do to be good helpers. Did Pete help his mom? Yeah, they helped each other. And there are lots of helpers. So when you look at letter Q and question, what kind of a question can you think about today? I love being with you. Thanks for helping me with letter Q today and our fun question. You are so fun to be with. See you later, alligator. In a while, crocodile. You're awesome, possum. See you soon.